I'm going to just start with a couple of topics. A lot of folks have been asking questions about why we talk so much about, they call them superfoods like blueberries, and why people are saying so much about other foods like grapes, and why red wine is supposed to be so healthy. So I'm just going to talk about a few of these common questions that come up. And let's start with blueberries. Some people have hailed blueberries as one of the healthiest fruits in the world. And there's actually pretty good reason for it. I think everyone has heard about antioxidants and how they neutralize free radicals, which may be responsible for aging, for cancer, for cardiovascular disease. And one of the great things about blueberries is the antioxidants, the blue coloring that blueberries have. And actually, some people say it's not really blue, it's purple, but whatever the case, nutrients in blueberries seem to have many health benefits. And surprisingly, one of the benefits of blueberries is, well, fairly common. It's got vitamin C in it. Everybody thinks of citrus fruit as having vitamin C, but blueberries have a fair amount of vitamin C as part of its nutrient profile. Probably the most famous nutrient that blueberries are known for is the anthocyanins, and this is what gives blueberries their purplish, bluish color, because anthocyanins are very powerful antioxidants, and they are known to scavenge, it's a word that they use, free radicals. And free radicals are substances that cause damage to DNA because they start knocking off electrons from your DNA and they start creating havoc in your DNA sequence and can cause damage, which ultimately can lead to cancer. And there's a study done about blueberries showing that it's associated with reduced risk of prostate cancer, and it's something that we all need to think about. Also, there are some studies that suggest that blueberries have an effect on a reduction in urinary tract infection. Some of the substances in blueberries have antibacterial qualities as well. Also, now everyone is concerned about preserving brain function, and later in the show I'm going to talk a little bit about a new dietary approach to Alzheimer's. But one of the most important factors in an anti-Alzheimer's diet is the use of berries, and blueberries especially have beneficial effects on the brain. This has to do with the antioxidant qualities of substances found in blueberries. And there are studies performed on rats, and they found that rats who were given blueberry juice had higher intelligence scores. They put them through mazes and see how well they remember the maze, and they find that in rats, blueberries seem to help with their memory scores. So lots of benefits that are available because of blueberries. Another food substance that has been in the news a lot is resveratrol. Resveratrol actually is a chemical, and a lot of folks wonder, should I be taking chemicals? But of course, this is a natural substance that is found in red grapes. And a lot of studies have suggested that the French paradox, which a lot of folks have heard about. The French paradox is the fact that in France they eat a lot of fatty foods, but they have relatively lower risk of heart disease. And some people attribute that lower risk to the fact that there is a substance known as resveratrol in grapes that French people have consumed more of because of their regular consumption of wine. Now, resveratrol has been associated with lower risk of obesity, heart disease, cancer, dementia, and signs of aging. And most of this is based on the antioxidant activity of resveratrol. Resveratrol not only blocks the effect of free radicals in terms of damaging DNA, just in a similar way that the anthocyanins do, Resveratrol also has the effect of promoting dilation of blood vessels by helping the production of nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is now being hailed as a miracle molecule, actually discovered by Nobel Prize-winning scientists, in which they found that, based on their research, in which they found that nitric oxide is a major key in causing blood vessel dilatation. And nitric oxide has been used as a medication, actually, in the form of nitroglycerin, which helps the body produce nitric oxide. Nitroglycerin is used for people who have chest pain, and they put this little pill under their tongue, and the nitroglycerin helps the body make nitric oxide. It causes a dilation of blood vessels, and if there's a little clot, it can actually help open up the blood vessels so that the clot doesn't block off the arteries to the heart permanently. Nitric oxide also helps to lower blood pressure because it opens up blood vessels. In addition, resveratrol has been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties. So inflammatory prostaglandins are inhibited by the consumption of resveratrol. Another effect of resveratrol is that there is anti-tumor activity. This is based on studies that were published in the Annals of the New York Academy of Sciences fairly recently in 2013. And it shows that there is anti-tumor activity in resveratrol, and they've even shown that it helps to kill tumor cells in a petri dish. So, what's my recommendation? Well, I'm very cautious in terms of recommending wine, but you can eat grapes, and I think eating red grapes are a great way to get resveratrol. Another nutrient that has been in the news is curcumin for pain control. A lot of people have arthritis and chronic pain, and they don't want to take too many medications. Well, one of the most useful substances or natural substances for pain control is curcumin, which can be found in turmeric. And turmeric, or curcumin, which is the active ingredient, has been used for, millennia, thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine. Of course, turmeric is used in curry powder, and it has powerful anti-inflammatory activity. And so what that means is when you have chronic pain, anything you would use an anti-inflammatory medication for, you could use, or at least start with turmeric or curcumin, which you can find in the health food store. There was a study in which they compared curcumin to diclofenac, which is a nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory, and they compared the use of curcumin, 500 milligrams twice a day, and the research concluded that it had just as effective or more effective pain control effects as an anti-inflammatory medication. So that's how powerful it is. One caution is that you do have to keep taking it for a while before unlike anti-inflammatories that work right away. The one downside is it may take several days for curcumin to have its effect. That's my report for this quarter of the hour. When we come back, I'll have a health research update for you, and the research is really interesting because they're